Some days you just add a bow tie to your chicken hat and get on with life as best you can. No, I don't know why this exists either. I don't know what this bit was supposed to be. Chicken Chicken. Experience the most Thanksgiving horror story. Only in HorrorTown. You say that right, game. Welcome back to Goosebumps HorrorTown playthrough. This is part 3 to the Chicken Chicken update. And what an update this is. Lots of, oh boy, funny maymays to be had. But yeah, we're going to be looking into the continuation of where we left off. We kind of looked more into Vanessa a bit. And something I was holding off Vanessa's point here is because this form started to kind of, like, you got to see a bit of this form, but this is where it's going to show more in dialogue. This is her witch monster form, and yeah, when you look closely at the design here, you'll start to see exactly what I was talking about with it kind of gave a bit of a Beetlejuice vibe. I'm not sure why, it just kind of does, but, you know, I really do like the coloring and the whole mystic kind of thing. Like, it does sell the fact that she's a witch, but I digress. This is not about Vanessa at this point. This is about the other girl that people are questioning whether or not they like, but she is supposed to be the villain, so alright. This is Crystal Milkinson, not to be confused with the Crystal in the original book. This is another Crystal entirely, and this is her full look in the what was drawn to us in the profile. And when I'm looking at this, and you're probably looking at this, a lot of people were looking at this, and they kind of were like, this looks familiar. I can't put, what is this from? And it's like, well, if you grew up in like the late 90s going to 2000s, you might be familiar with a certain movie. And if you've seen this movie, or at least saw it, you're like, oh, that's what it is. And especially because of the dog, Danger. This is referencing, my guess is the reference is that of Legally Blonde. I mean, you cannot just not look at this poster and tell me this doesn't look like this was what the inspiration to Crystal's look is supposed to be. To be fair, though, with Legally Blonde, she was actually a nicer character there rather than, like, it's an interesting movie, regardless. It's been so long I haven't recalled, but she's not, like, they're not nasty like this person is, but I digress. Something else I want to mention, too, before we move on, is her, what's called the Crystal's Palace. This is her little building that she comes with, and at first, usually the buildings are references on stuff that are kind of like interesting, but you don't really get a full like, I think I like for example, Vanessa's building, like I talked about last part. There was some inspiration, but there was like no clear this is what it's based off of. This stone, on the other hand, I'm looking at it and going like, I don't know what it is, but I could have sworn I seen this before. And then at one point I looked and I'm like, oh, that's where it's from. The Wallace and Gromit movie. Yeah, there it is. There's the building. It's likely like there's a giant oval sky garden thing up there. Yeah, that's there it is. I can see where the inspiration for that building came from, but you know, to be fair, only the best for a Milkinson, I guess. Actually, I feel so bad for Greg. He gets to live in a crappy house. Well, she gets to live in a palace, quote unquote. Yeah, well, that's about it, I think. We should probably dive into the gameplay now. Wait, there is one last thing I forgot. Almost forgot. Now, during this time, and you're going to see this in the next update, and I've kind of briefly chatted about this, but during this time in November, there was a contest being held at the Facebook page. They were looking for a new Slappy's Town because of, I guess the team was looking at me ripping on Slappy's horrible design, and he was like, you know what, screw this, we'll just have someone do it, and whatever. Now, there has been a winner confirmed, and I'm going to show off the name of this person as well as the actual tweet itself, or not the post. But I will be doing that in the separate video on, not in this update, but the next one following up, the last update of 2020. So be on the lookout for that, and I'll be hoping to see what lovely town it looks, because I'm sure it's 100 times better than what Slappy's given us. Alright, I think I'm chatting it long enough. Let's just go ahead and dive right into the gameplay, shall we? Alright, 30 days left to get this thing completed, so we're going to be continuing on the main story rather than the actual... Well, actually, you know what, let's finish off dirty work, shall we?
Oh, I'm so proud of my niece. She's a true witch now.
Whoa! Magic? I always loved it. Maybe I can learn all that too.
It looks very difficult, Master. I don't think it's for me.
Didn't you hear? It's not for lazy dogs.
Maybe you can make me a magic bow?
We'll see, my friend. I think Vanessa's finally will fit in better than poor Greg and Crystal. We'll ask her. Maybe we can plan some scaring together.
Isn't that a nice ending for that? Yeah, so we're done with Vanessa's whole story, so that was nice. I believe there might be one last thing she does that we didn't get to show off in here, and it is channeling. So this is the last animation I'm going to show off. This is all it is. It's nothing too much, but it is something, so I'll give it credit. I do like the little animation gif that they're going on here. And the last time we were waiting for our good old friend Marty to do a quest, but unfortunately he was already doing it, so in my off time, I ended up having to go in and out. So all we're going to have to do now is wait for him to pop in, and then we'll sell an item, and then we'll continue on with the main storyline, which would be nice because we only looked into a little bit in the main story for part 2, but in part 3 we're going to go in a deep dive and have some fun with the... Well, this is where the real chaos and the fun begins, so let's look at it, shall we?
Well, pay attention, people. We must do something instead of Clarissa's famous farm food. Famous food, I hear. Hey you, tell me, where's this farm you've been talking about? Well, hello first. Also, I don't think it will help you. Just tell me, please! I can't waste any more time! Tell me! Okay, calm down. Go down this road. It's quite unique, you'll find it, and...
Well, you've gone. Nice manners. You're welcome, rich girl. I wish you had fun in an abandoned piece of land, dummy.
And that's about it, so let's just continue on with the next part.
Work. The only thing that can make me feel good. I'll prepare the orchards, collecting the eggs, cleaning this old house. Being alone here is hard, but I think my ancestors would be proud. Oh, my dear aunt, how I miss her. She was always charming and smart. Now it's my time. I'm here to put this place back on track, like in the old days. Of course, money's a bit tight right now. But with hard work, I'm sure the opportunities will come around. Oh, someone's coming. People still think no one lives here. I don't have time to socialize. Hey, you, lady, I know it may not look like it, but this is still private property.
Animate puzzle race, and then have Mrs. Mara do her thing, and then get some asparagus. Me thinks... Oh, eggs. My bad. My eggs. We need to play puzzle racers. Both of them are gonna play puzzle racers. What is a puzzle race? Is it just trying to hit a puzzle quickly before the next person? Who knows? Yeah, eggs. Okay, yeah. So I got the eggs, so that's great. Also, sorry for these cuts, but I was trying to get rid of the pop-ups, like I've said before. So if it seems abrupt, that's why. You probably wouldn't notice it, but the sound cues you probably will. So just ignore that. Just pretend as if it didn't happen. Oh boy. So yeah. So this is where we're gonna be looking mostly when it comes to Crystal's whole quest line, but it's gonna be near the end. Her whole quest line, the rich girl thing, will be coming in mostly for the last part. Yeah, and this is the other thing I want to show off too. There are some new items that got put into this game because of the new land expansion. And here they are. Yeah, there's a sign that says keep out, there's some weird flowers. There is a deer-like thing. And I think these got introduced as soon as they introduced that new land expansion up there. I believe that's why it's here. But hey, you know what? I don't mind it because now I can do this. I can put a nice keep out sign right here, like this, so that people know not to go to stay out of Shock's whole place. But that's neither there. But now let's see. There's a lot more items that got added into this, but they're not a whole lot. If you remember back in the last glitch when there was like stuff for free, those were the items in question. So the flower, the tree, the deer I'm not going to put down though, because I'm not going to do $75 for a fountain, which is pretty much already there. So once I unlock that land in the future, that's going to be something. Also, by the way, for some reason the placement of the square compared to the tree seems a little off. I don't know why that is, but yeah, it looks a bit funky. Like, look at this. This is kind of funky over here. And yeah, so I'm just gonna place it down here just to show off. So it's like we're around this area is when they introduced this whole area thing. Also, for some reason, I can just make it look like I blended into that tree if I really wanted to. I guess that works. But I don't know why you want this to happen. But there you go. But yeah, this is where all the items are coming from. Is this little area here? So and yeah, expected. By the way, spoilers, by this point in January, the update has hit, and that has now been confirmed up there to be of Nightwing's place. I'll get more into that once we finally get to there. I mean, we still have to do this. There's one of the Christmas things I want to do. And then a New Year's wrap-up kind of deal, looking at what my opinions are, what I felt like, what was the best and worst of stuff, as well as what I've gathered from other people, what they believe was the best and worst. And, yeah, so I've been very busy, but, you know, going back into work and all that stuff, it's been kind of chaotic. But the good news is a lot of you who watch these videos are more than patient, and for that you get rewarded with quality content that's a little bit longer in length. I know there's been a lot of other people on, you know, there's been a lot of other people online right now that's been doing the Goosebumps stuff, which is great, because they're a lot more casual content. They kind of explain their own stuff, and I've been seeing a lot of languages and whatnot too, which is great, because then we get to have a more community experience going on here. So while you wait for the full playthrough of mine with edited voice acting and bad voice acting, memes and other stuff, and my commentary of the lack thereof, you can watch other people's too and get a good idea from them right on time. Casey for himself, he's rarely kind of do it. He at least does like one video at least. He kind of skipped the last updates, the holiday one that just passed. But he did update a bit when it came to the new one. He was just like, oh, are we finally getting new content? It's like, yes and no. And it'll be a lot interesting when we finally get to talk to that part up there. Because not a whole lot has happened yet. But I have an idea what might be going on in the back. I don't know for sure yet, but these are just theories and hints. If my theory is correct, then I will kind of talk about it more when we get into the January's content update. And yeah, at this point I wanted to show off this weird thing that's happening right now. So you see Vanessa, right? So I was gonna try to scare her. For some reason, she's trying to scare this Crystal, and for some reason both of them are not getting scared. You're seeing this, right? They're both not getting scared. That's weird. But it gets even like look at this. She's not reacting at all. But this is the funny part, because at some point there she goes. For some reason she just reacted. She's like, oh, now I'm terrified. Okay, all right. What happened there? I don't know. But yeah, now she's terrified. Later on in this update, I don't think it's in this video, but it might be in the last one. One of these videos, either this one or the part 4 for sure. I do show off both of them being scared, and there's actually this bit of a before they run away animation. There's like a bit of a like terrified thing. So I think all of these characters have some sort of terrified thing, but for some reason, ever since the beginning of this year, it's been kind of wonky with showing the characters' profiles when they're doing animations and whatnot. Oh, and I also wanted to show off, this is how long it takes. It's an hour and 30 minutes. I think when I was doing this before, I'm like, oh, if this is an hour and 30 minutes, then it's going to be bad. And, wow.
Oh, shush. Are you the Supergirl with the farm? I need to book your services. Huge meal, Thanksgiving, no time to lose. Service? Supergirl? I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, don't be like that. I can negotiate, but you don't. Look at this place. What is this madhouse? Oh, this town. I'm Crystal, your new boss. How was your name? Clarissa?
By the way, I think someone screwed up with the name Crystal. It's supposed to be Crystal, not with Y instead of the I. I don't know. Okay, well, oops.
It's Vanessa, actually. Well, I could use a job. But wait, I don't know who you are. What do you want from me? Vanessa, Clarissa, it's the same. It's simple. Cook. You have to cook a huge, amazing feast for my awesome Thanksgiving dinner. Start practicing, darling. I'll be around. Okay, I can do that. Wait here. I'll bring the best food you have ever tasted, Miss Crystal.
Would you believe that that's not the only boo-boo that's in this video? Oh boy. Crystal? Is that you? I finally found you, sis. I knew you were arriving today. I'm sorry. I got distracted. Whatever.
Greg, you useless goof. I solved our biggest problem. I've hired the help. That girl with the cooking for us. Thanksgiving is on.
Excellent. Now we must invite the finest people.
Yes, I think that would be tricky, though. I've been walking around. This town is packed with weirdos and freaks. I even saw that monster diner thing. We can't allow our presence without a fine place to eat. You know what? I'm opening my own here. A hero diner. Hey, Vanessa, good news. You're working double shift, my girl. Oh, this Crystal person is really something. I've been doing chores for her non-stop. Does she ever say thanks?
Greenhouse, green beans, potatoes. That's gonna be easier. And, yeah, we start to see a little bit of that personality, and, oh boy, she is probably the... Remember when I said that there were somebody that was, like, the scariest and nastiest monster? Nah, I take that back. Crystal's probably the worst monster that got introduced here. Personality-wise, spicy! But, regardless of that, yeah, this is why there is a hero's diner versus a monster's diner. She's just like, ew, I don't want to do at my diner in a disgusting place. I'm gonna make my own restaurant, like what she is. And I'm assuming she probably did it on Vanessa's farmland, hence the way it's been shaped here. I'm assuming it's Vanessa's. I mean, it says her family, so yeah, that's something. But anyways, we're done.
Come on, Dustin. I want to see this new place. We should explore it.
You can't put it like that. It's not mysterious or shady. It's just a new diner.
But who has the time, the energy, the money? I know we'll find something here. Look, that's the girl everyone was talking about. But who's the other, carrying all those plates? I can't believe I trust you with my diner. Come on, Vanessa. Don't put that face. Hurry up. Be better. Oh, I can't even look at you. You're such a freak.
Whoa, that girl is mean. Oh no, here she comes.
What do you want here, freaks? Can't you see? We are not open to you. Off you go. Shoot, shoot.
You know, I'm kind of wondering about that dog Danger. Like, what does she think?
I've never met someone that rude. Oh, that was horrible. It's worse than all the monsters and terrifying stuff we suffered here.
You know, Lucy, that's probably the honest, like, I have to agree with you. She's the worst monster so far.
And that girl? Vanessa? She shouldn't let that rich girl treat her like that. It's just wrong. You're right, Lucy. Something was going on there. And we didn't eat. I'm so hungry.
That Dustin boy's right, Master. I'm hungry too.
Pay better attention, Drool. The important thing wasn't that. It's that new girl. She will learn not to treat people like that. After all, it has its consequences. My sister should know that, after how they used to tease me. But this is worse!
Alright, place the hen house, obtain some green bean casserole, and obtain gravy. Now, I'm not sure if this was something I remembered or this is just a daydream, but I could have sworn I've seen Casey looking like green bean casserole and just like, ew. And I'm like, what do you mean, ew? I know Casey, I think Casey said something like ew at something. I think it might have been the green bean casserole. I might be mistaken. Man, it's been a while. I have to look at that. I know, right? It's like, it's supposed to be like, oh, it's supposed to be November, right? But, you know, man, I had a lot of other stuff in my mind. I just kind of recall that at the moment right now. But yeah, this is the... I got this already when I did the pack, but I wanted to show off how much it really costs. And yeah, this is going to be... The reason why the Rich Girl quest is going to be a little while is because I need to raise 50k in order to get this. And there's going to be other stuff in the quest that's going to preoccupy my attention, as you'll see in a minute. But that's neither here nor there. Anyways, I get the Green Bean Castle and all that. It's going to be pretty easy because I believe... yeah, because these two characters here will give me something. So once I get... Yeah, so I only have one more character to do. And then after that, I should be able to... yeah, so I got these characters here, but I should be able to complete this mission and continue on with the rest. And yeah, this was during my Halloween and vampire thing. Like, oh, don't pretend this doesn't exist.
Excuse me, Mayor. I'm sure you've heard about the gathering for Thanksgiving my brother and I are hosting. We'd hope you come and bring the best people with you.
Oh, I don't know. We usually have our own thing here, but I'll try to pass by.
Excuse me again. I hope you consider it a bit harder. After all, we are very nice people, and we could invest in making this place as nice as we are.
So you're saying that you want to make it look worse. Yeah, you really don't fit here, do you?
Yes, I'm sure you're quite nice. Have you met the rest of the guys? I must go to anywhere far from here.
Dustin, did you see that girl's nose? From the moment it seemed
like a chicken's beak?
It begins!
Did you like that Barney Gubble meme? Well, don't worry, because that's gonna come up in the next update.
Freak? Did she call me freak? After all I'm doing for her? All the work, the cleaning, the new place, the endless amounts of food? I just wanted to earn some money to improve my farm, my relatives' old home. I don't deserve this. Why am I doing this? I'll quit. Yes, and I'm gonna tell Crystal she's horrible, and I'm sure her Thanksgiving is sad and lonely as her, no matter how much expensive stuff she puts on that table. Oh, this feeling, this anger, I'm not used to it, but feels right. I've been working for that girl. She's ruined everything. Things different. What is it? I feel stronger. Could all those rumors about us be true? Maybe that girl will get what she deserves.
I'll tell you what you get. You get what you deserve. Yes, Vanessa, she'll get what she deserves. I love the Joker reference. Place Cuddles Parade Balloon, cheering at the parade, obtain the hero's breakfast, which is ridiculously easy. Yeah, I know, right? I did the Joker thing a while ago. It's an old meme, but hey, you're in my channel. You know I'm like the grave. I live in a graveyard. I dig up them dead memes and I just place them back here. But come on, she'll get what she deserves. I mean, that's still in the subconscious. We all know that famous meme, and then leading to that one bit that I had to conveniently cut out because of certain nature. I mean, we're all grown-ups. We know exactly what that whole thing's about. Anyways, eventually, in the end, I'm gonna probably put Cuddles' balloon near this area. I don't know where exactly yet, but for the purpose of this playthrough, we are gonna have it be in this little corner over here with the rest of this stuff. For the sole purpose so that you can see animations when it finally gets put down. So we're gonna have Cuddles over here. This adorable, as one person would put it, old man. Yeah, they weren't good. The closet fan was not a fan of Cuddles' rework look. It made him look like an old man, apparently, and you know, with Cuddles being the wise, out of all the characters Drool had to talk to, he was the only one that was the wisest of them all. So maybe that look was there on purpose. Maybe he is an old man. Who knows? I doubt it, though. It looks weird. I think what they were trying to do was combine the look of the Tim Jacobus's work versus whatever they were doing on the actual drawing, but whatever. It works. It works for now. I don't mind it. I didn't mind about Trigger, though, but Cuddles is like, ooh, whoa, too much. No more. Alright, so we're going to see this animation. Lucy, Dustin, Marty, and Mrs. Mar, as well as Curly, have the same animation when they go to the parade balloon and do this. Yep, this is them celebrating. This is them dancing. Yeah, look at that parade balloon go. Yeah, I don't know what you call this move, but it's something. She's dancing to it. Like she's like it's like an altar. It's like a god that you're trying to appease the Lord of Cuddles. I don't know where I'm going with this. Just ignore my ramblings. And this is an animation of Walking Danger. Yeah, this is what it looks like. Danger herself looks really, really weird. As far as a character model goes, it's ooh. You know, like I thought, ooh, you know, like what's cute? Oh yeah, the other dog was adorable with how she looks, right? But then I look at her and I'm like, no. Yeah, all dogs are precious, but I don't know. I feel bad for Danger, but you know, whatever. So we're gonna have to wait for her to do her done cheering at the parade, and we'll continue on with this quest line. And some interesting happens.
What a lovely surprise. I've always known you would have a gift, my little niece. I realize I've arrived just on time. Aunt Clarissa? Gift? Oh, so it is true. We are witches. I can't believe you're here. I've missed you so much. So you're not mad. How wonderful. My dear, we'll work, as always, and we'll make up the time lost. You should practice your new skills.
I'm assuming this is when the dirty work questline would have taken place, but whatever.
I could never be mad at you. Practice. I don't know what I'm doing, but I do know who deserves a little magic teaching her a lesson. Don't worry. It's easier than it looks. I'll teach you. Then we can celebrate.
Oh, she is wicked.
Now tell me, who's been giving you a hard time?
You gotta love the fact that Clarissa is just a troll. I love her. She's the best witch in this town has ever gotten.
Oh my... Brother... Greg! Come... quickly! I'm not feeling so great. My gut... my whole body feels... weird.
You've always been a bit of hypochondriac, sis. Just breathe. I know everything here is lame enough to make you feel sick, but...
It's not that, you freak!
No, I won't allow you to call me... Wait, I don't feel well either.
My face.
My arms. Crystal, your face!
Greg, Your body, it's covered in feathers.
Oh, sweet Jesus. So, no wonder he... Hey, look at that. She took the ugly from the inside and turned it outside. Ugh. White chicken, though. Yeah, white chicken, though. Place Muffin Parade Balloon, have Mrs. March, her cat, and get a Thanksgiving meal. So, this is where all of the Hero Diner stuff is done, and the next few quest lines is going to deal with the monster foods, and oh boy, I can't wait for that. Fortunately, I have the Game Breaking Curly with me, so it's not going to be too bad, and as well as Vanessa and Crystal. I mean, don't blame me, right? Even Crystal was like, you know, Clarissa, Vanessa, it's the same name, right? I hate this. I hate the fact that there's a character with a C that starts with the letter C. And then, you know, we have another character that it rhymes with Clarissa, so how is that my fault? But anyways, we're gonna do this. And after I show you the little animation that comes with Mrs. Marr doing a little thing, just like what happened with Lucy, I will be doing a detour. Because if you remember back in October with the whole glitch that happened, there were certain quest lines that reappeared back up, and during my other quests I've tried to look at and looked through, I didn't get everything. This is going to be my time to make up for that. So in this part, I'm going to show you a little bit of it, and then the last part I'm going to show you the rest of it. So this is going to be taking a look at the certain quest lines for the Browns, Frederick, as well as Shock, and just to give you a few, and then I'll look into other things I missed, like little details, but the most of this is going to be like that and done. So yeah, as you can see, they're doing the same thing, and she's like very old and moving around for a monster, but yeah, this is her dancing to her cat. So, alright, so coming up now is going to be revisiting the quest lines that I've done in the past, that we're going to actually look at all the stuff that I missed, so here's you go.
Now I understand why monsters like these snacks so much. Cockroaches are crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. The bread is slightly toasted, and the tomatoes give it a touch of freshness. These bruschettas of cockroaches with tomato and basil are for my personal consumption. I'm not going to sell them to those creeps without taste who don't know how to appreciate gourmet food.
You know, that's the first time I ever seen Seder deny service. Usually, that's a rarity. Alright, so these are gonna go quick.
The invention of a century.
Guten Tag, Headstander. I brought a piece of extraordinary technologies. A cyborg hacker. Going great, Spidey. Is that an invention of yours? Yes, in parts. I've received the help of someone else. But yes, you could say that this is an invention of mine.
The help of Professor Shock? Dr. Eek? Dr. Maniac? Dr. Brewer?
Funny, this is the first time in this questline that we actually get name drops for both Dr. Eek and Dr. Maniac. And it's weird because I thought Dr. Maniac was a fictional character, but I guess if the Masked Mutant's here, I guess not. Whereas Dr. Eek, I can see him coming into the game at some point. Probably like a zoo update, but who knows?
No, the help of Eric Tyson. An invention created with the help of an 8-year-old child. I see. Let me think about it, will you?
That's going to be real quick because you're going to be selling that right about now. Yep, I got me a copy. Here you go.
Have a cyborg at your command. Universal remote control. Works with robots and appliances. I don't trust Spidey's inventions. You never know which one could end up exploding. But I'll give it a try. You always have to be prepared for an attack by the Jackson 5.
Interesting name drop again, and here's Shocks now.
Future investments.
Hey, Sander, come closer. Professor, what's up? Shh! Lower your voice. Come with me. I have to show you something. Look at this. Are you interested? Well, I don't know. I think this exceeds my limits. Think of this as an investment in the future. The world is changing faster than you imagine.
Sell the plutonium 239. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to do this real quick, and to tell you the truth, I kind of messed up on Sater's line there, but you know, it's close enough. You get the gist of it. Also, yeah, I guess
I'm not an expert in nuclear physics, but I do not think it is safe to keep this thing in the basement. The best thing to do is to bury it deep in the backyard and wait for a buyer to appear.
Yeah, you know what, Sater, you're right. It's probably like it's worse to have it like, you know, it could be worse. You could have the elephant's foot that's sitting in Chernobyl. That's still bad. I mean, it's not as bad as it was before, but it's going to be like a few more years, decades before that becomes normal. And yeah, at this point, it's the never stops thing. So yeah, at this point, now we're going to continue on with the main stories and stuff. And then, yeah, and then we're going to continue on with things. So here we go.
Look at those little chickens! Now we have the Thanksgiving spirit we've needed.
You? Why? Have I done for you?
Done for me? Are you serious? You broke me down working, treating me like garbage.
Like trash.
Who's the freak now, princess?
Man, they're just popping up with these memes already.
Oh, you can't even talk. Come, we need someone to help us.
You know, I think Greg got it the least worse. At least he's an animal.
Craig, come on, do something. Get the body back. Do you know how much cream, oils, and ointment I bought? You, please, help us. A witch, she did this too.
Ah! Run, Eric! Nasty chickens! This town always a mess!
Why is this happening to me? I'm so pretty. I don't deserve this.
Alright, so you might be thinking, why is Greg showing up here? I thought he was a chicken and chookadoo. Yeah, I think they accidentally made a boo-boo, because I believe it was supposed to be Crystal during this dialogue spot, because Greg was just forced to be a rooster while she's just some sort of chicken monster. So I'm just gonna fix it.
Please, children, come back.
And yes, if you're wondering, yeah, it's still Greg. Oh well, at least they tried. Place Danger's parade balloon. Get cheering at the parade. I don't know why he's cheering at the Danger's parade balloon, but there you go. And oh boy, starting the monster food. We're gonna get their first one, which is the monster blood that dessert thing that was previously in the Haunted Halloween, but they decided to bring the bloody thing here. I guess it makes more sense because you got the canned cock. Yeah, you know what? Like, this combination of food makes sense for this thing, and I'm glad they kind of made something that seemed obsolete, and they were like, hey, you know what? Let's move it to this event and make it unique. Like, have it be perfect here, right? I do like that. So, oh yeah, and okay, so this is where I was talking about with the unique animations. Or actually, no, not yet. I guess this is gonna be in the last one, the last part. But for now, this is just me showing off people getting scared. So you see how Greg kind of does this, oh, and then he runs away, right? Well, for the first bit, we see both Crystal and Vanessa. I had to make sure I was saying it right. Both of them were doing this type of thing where they just run away. But eventually, they ended up fixing it so that all of them started to kind of have this weird, like, oh, scared animation and then move on. So yeah, this is all of them running away now. So don't worry. So I guess in part 4 I'm going to show off the proper other animation and other things. Yeah, a lot of stuff that I have to show off. Man, it's so great being connected with the actual team because I get to show you some things in more detail. Like, I feel like I'm a professional. Like, I'm the unofficial. I'm not the official. Yeah, I don't work for them. I'm doing this for free. I do this because I'm bored. This is something I end up becoming a goose tuber, okay? This is my life now. This is what I have to deal with. So, yeah, so this is some daily bonuses. Healthy meal plan. Don't want it, don't need it, don't care. Let's just continue on with this. And our last quest line before we end it will not be to show off this because it's going to take a while. Unfortunately, there's no characters to drop it, but we're finally going to have enough money to be able to, like, here's the thing. Here's my thought process. I was like, you know what? I could get this here, or I could save for the spa. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for the spa. So that's what I did. So I saved up enough money so that by this point, I just have to click on one more. Sell something. Yeah, I'm going to sell this. Now I have enough money. So now I'm going to put that thing down. And then, we'll finally continue on with the rich girl quest line.
This town needs a nicer mall or something. What was that satyr freak trying to sell? A gift full of cockroaches? What was that?
Oh, have you met the Mayfield Bazaar? It's quite an interesting experience. You should go.
Cockroaches? Excuse me, we haven't met. Welcome to our town. I'm the local librarian, in case you need any book.
Book? Sorry, mister, but reading is for old people or freaks with no friends. I don't think I'll need you.
That was rude. Kids come every day worse. Now I can't stop thinking. Where can I get my crunchy snack?
Everyone here's so nosy. I need to relax. Shopping didn't work so much.
Alright, so now we're gonna get into the funniest quest line yet.
I miss our mansion so much. Dumb Greg made Daddy angry again, and now we're stuck here. It's okay. Sooner than later, everyone here will love me and my money. Who doesn't love someone with money?
You haven't been to HorrorTown, have you?
We can rebuild this place into a home. Extreme, really extreme makeover. Now, I need to prepare if I want to be ready to manage this problem. Be brave, make decisions, give orders. I just need my bubble bath and a nice hot tub for a while. Then I'll work a little.
You work? That's funny. I didn't think you'd work at all. Now, what makes this funny isn't the fact that the quest itself, like the dialogue, it wasn't like haha funny. What makes this funny is the animation coming up and the positioning of where I decided to place the bubble bath. This was unintentional. I just decided to put it out of nowhere. But it wasn't until she went to this this little area that has two unique animations. This is the one of them. This is her going for a bubble bath, as it was bubble baths. Like there she is. Yeah, that's her and she's taking a bubble baths. I can't say bubble bath without that one. Ooh, I'm not gonna say that name. I don't want. But yeah, this is what makes it funny. This is the view she has. What a great view. Pig butts. Perfect. Yeah. I don't think so. Again, I was like, oh, ooh, okay, boy. Yeah, so, yeah, that's, I think that's fitting for a princess like her, don't you? Yeah, that will be it for this video. I think the last part, we're going to finish off everything. We're going to take a look into the final quests for that. We're going to look at all the items. We're going to finally get that cool prize, the Were Chicken Parade, and see how cool that is. As well as my final review, as well as my final placement on things. And then also, hopefully, we'll be able to get into the last quest and hopefully get ourselves catch up to where we need to be. So, that is my plan. Wish me luck. Until then, I've been Grim, and I'll be seeing you next time for whatever Goosebumps HorrorTown gives us. So until then, winner, winner, chicken dinner.